Hi, this video is about finding the best LuLaRoe sponsor for you. Now, you don't need to choose me. My name is Janet LuLaRoe, Janet J, and I have I think about 6 steps or ideas that you should think about before choosing a sponsor. Now, if you are perusing YouTube and watching a million videos, most videos you come onto, the people are like, choose me, and they don't really tell you why. So this is what you need to consider when you're choosing a LuLaRoe sponsor. Okay, so number 1, what do you want? What do you want out of the sponsorship? Are you a self-starter? So these are questions you need to think about. Are you a self-starter or do you need hand-holding? How would you kind of describe your communication style? Okay, so you need to think about yourself and your needs before you even start looking for someone. Now, lots of people consider taking on a sponsor that is a friend, that is the person that introduced them to LuLaRoe. Now, I don't think that's always the best idea. I did that, and in retrospect, I think I should have chose someone who had a little bit of better skill set or had been in LuLaRoe longer and could have guided me a little bit better. However, you can consider, do you want to have someone that is local to you in your area? Or don't you care? I mean, you have your phone and the computer at your fingertips, and a sponsor is just a message or a PM away, right? So you need to consider, what do you want, okay? So location-wise. Number 2, you need to ask the person when you're sponsor shopping, what kind of trainings are they going to offer you? Is it weekly? On their Facebook website, or do they have a separate website where they have trainings recorded? How about their uplines? Do their uplines give trainings every week on certain subjects, and how will you access those? So it is important to know what kind of trainings your sponsor and their upline will provide you when you sign on with them. Now, if you ask them and they're like, oh, I don't know, maybe that's not the best person. It kind of depends on what your attitude is. And again, are you a self-starter? Are you really going to use those trainings? Or are you going to need those trainings to help you move along? So does the person you're considering being your sponsor already have a Facebook group set up for their team? Do they have a team? Are you the first person under them? These are questions you should be asking, because if you're just like, sure, let's sign on, and then later they disappear, or they don't answer your questions or your messages, or are just MIA, you can't switch. At this time with LuLaRoe, you can't switch. Once you choose, you're done, you're stuck. That's who who's going to be with you, guiding you. So make it a good choice, make it an educated choice, and make sure you know who and what you're choosing and getting yourself into. Money, that might be important. Lots of people want to know, is their sponsor cruise qualifying? How much is their sponsor making? Do you want someone who's making, outrageous amounts a month to be your sponsor? Or do you want someone who's making $5,000, $6,000 a month, or 2 or 3? Are they doing it full time? Are they doing LuLaRoe full time? Are they doing it part time? Is it a hobby? You need to ask that of the person you're considering, or the different people you're considering, and then you need to think about that for yourself. If you're going to be doing it as a hobby, you might want to have someone with a similar outlook of the business to guide you. If you are going all into LuLaRoe with $20,000 of inventory, you will need to find a different class of sponsor. So you need to consider those things when choosing a sponsor. Okay? Now, what is your sponsor's focus? So when you're shopping around looking for the best sponsor for you, you need to ask what their focus is and kind of look at them. Join their Facebook group. Are they on Periscope? What is their focus? Is their focus selling LuLaRoe? Is their focus selling, or is their focus team building? Are they just trying to get a lot of people under them? And are they focusing on helping and guiding more people or consultants into the company? Or is it a healthy balance and you see them selling some and team building as well? So you need to kind of consider that and kind of do a little bit of spy work or whatnot to see what are they doing? Are they really selling or are they just team building? Okay. And I have notes. That's why I'm looking down. Also, you need to consider how are they selling or how do you want to sell? So if you are thinking, oh gosh, I can't leave my house. I have 10 kids and my husband is traveling for work or out of the country or this or that. You might only be able to work online. You might be considering only working on Facebook or on Periscope versus there's some people who focus entirely on in-home pop-ups and they love that. So you need to ask your potential sponsors, what do they do? What kind of selling of LuLaRoe do they do? Now, lots of people do a combination, but most people focus in one area or another. So do they do Facebook? Do they do Periscope? Are they in-homes? Are they multi-events? Do they do multis? Do they do vendor events or different vendor events in their community? So you need to consider what you want to do and then find someone who does that or a combination of that so that it would be a good match for you. And then what is your preferred communication or what is their preferred communication style? So, for example, I have 5 kids. I can't be jumping on a phone. I cannot. The noise level in my house, there's babies, there's kids screaming, they're running around. But you know what? I can answer a text message. I can answer a Facebook Messenger. I can answer an email. So if you're a person that's like, oh my gosh, I need to talk on the phone to somebody every day and work out my questions and my problems, then you need to find a sponsor that will do that for you, that loves to talk on the phone, that loves to connect verbally. Versus if you're like, I don't need to talk to them, or I don't even want to check in daily. I want to check in once a week or once a month. Then you need to find someone that has that same communication style with you so you mesh, so you're not bothered by them later. Once you do sign under them. So again, those were 6, I believe, quick tips on questions or things you should think about before choosing a LuLaRoe sponsor. Again, if you wanted to contact me, you can. LuLaRoe, Janet J. Bye-bye.